Hey everybody, Rhadamant here. Thanks for tuning in to the third episode of Aspera, which was adapted from a Twitch stream. If you'd like to catch a live stream of this, go to Rhadamant.com for my stream schedule. Let's get going.
Stage 3 engineering technologies will be very useful.
Yoda, can you be still? Yeah, just be still, buddy. Alright, so the southern drone hive got built, which means now we can work on the aluminum and solar. Really, this solar panel is probably the most important, so I really hope that it gets delivered to you. You know what I'm going to need to do? I'm going to need to make, like...
Who or what is Carmine?
There we go. More batteries.
Carmine. No, I cannot recall anyone or anything in my database with that name. They spoke of her as mother, like some sort of goddess.
Hey, buddy. He's just staring at me. Okay, so this solar panel should turn on this worker hub, which should allow us to build outwards. That's been the hang-up. Nope, silicon mine's gone.
Carmine will.
What's Yoda's favorite treat? Probably clementines.
I keep thinking about that part of the message. What truth?
Oh boy. Everything over here is like breaking down because I haven't maintained it well. Why do you just keep staring at me, buddy? You could relax or whatever. What a weird dog sometimes. What a weird dog. Alright, so I do have fastest roads. So I should invest in the backbone, my road backbone. I'm going to invest basically where my other roads have been constructed.
By building this defensive technology, I have to ask myself, would I do harm to others?
Would I do harm to others? Well, I don't know. What does chat think?
I would do it if my life were at risk. My internal directive includes my survival.
Okay, so I have a lot of the backbone here being upgraded to the fastest roads, but I think we're working to a Hyperloop, right? That's probably what you guys are wanting me for me to do. So we need a satellite. Once my colonist migration, I can't cancel this yet. Once the colonist migration can be canceled, I'll build a satellite over SA1 so I can find out what's attacking us.
Thoughts. This is a mission of peace.
Alright, engineering is done. I don't think I asked you what should be next, so let me pull y'all. But I'm going to start researching Hyperloop.
Focused on the chemistry of growing potatoes on Mars, or the ability of cows to endure life here. I do not see a need for assault drones.
As you can see, the highest tier roads are very quick, which are great. And that's going to allow me to tap this AL over here. And I do have one additional landing site that just got done. So let's go ahead and unlock
Elia
Sector
was in
1.
clear distress. She has a better sense of how to calm the colonists. I will follow her lead and build some defensive technology. This will help them focus on the mission and stop imagining the worst. Perhaps we will soon discover that the events were unrelated, and we can move on in peace.
You guys think the events were unrelated? I sure as heck don't. Yoda got captured by Carmine. Don't worry, he'll be back. I hope. Okay, this maintenance facility here has a lot of work to do.
Hi, Amy. How's everything up there?
Everything is looking good from my orbital view, Elia.
Must be quite the sight. You know, last night, I was sharing some laughs over dinner with a few crew members. We were talking about how starry-eyed we were when we first arrived. We were so sure that the 2 years we spent in that dome in Antarctica had prepared us for anything Mars could throw at us. And yet, the red planet still continues to surprise us, doesn't it? There's still much to do before we can call this place home. And that got me thinking.
Okay, so the nuclear silo that I built an outpost for just got finished. That research.
Colonization project. It's about time for us to have children. My Mars-born child.
But here's an important choice for you, so keep going engineering is what you say. Cool. Ask for information or express hesitation about Mars-born child. Come on, maintenance facility. What's up with you?
Can you tell me more about the embryo Martian colonization project? I could not locate this project in my list of available technology, so I am not familiar with it.
Oh, right. Because this isn't one of your special projects. It's one of ours. It's ISA's plan to seize the human colonization of Mars. The colonists that arrive with every spaceship are also bringing fertilized eggs with them. The eggs are kept in a sealed vessel that shields them from radiation. And they stay there until a colonist is ready. Then we put them into an aunt unit and give birth to them. Parenthood promotes psychological and physiological health in the colonists. That's the official reason. But we know ISA is not making us have kids for our own sake. When the kids grow up.
So here comes another attack. And they're attacking my wing here, which is not fully protected yet.
Acclimated to Mars.
So that's going to suck.
The Oxy-UN used the same playbook to win the moon over the techies. Colonization through aggressive population. 112 lunar colonies in only 6 decades. 72% of the lunar surface belongs to the Oxy-UN states. And almost all the...
And there we are. There's the enemy up there. I'm going to gather all of my drones that I have. Gather your party before venturing forth.
Moon drilling bases.
I thought my mission included all the plans humans had for Mars. But I see that terraforming is only the beginning.
That's right.
And let's go on a bit of an attack
Mars
here.
will become humanity's second home. But until that time comes...
And while we do that, I still can't cancel migration. The problem is, if I have people migrating, I'm going to need another colony. So let's get a third colony out here.
This planet and its blue sun.
So now I'm on the attack, attacking the north.
And that's something I'd like to share with my child before they disappear.
I understand. You have made me realize that I have never thought
As you
about
can see, my
Mars's
drone
future.
swarm is doing a good job. I'm going to go after their
On my
hives
own.
here.
Beyond
They have a stack of 100.
the
But
completion
let me
of my main
damage
directive.
more buildings before
Don't
I
worry.
commit to that giant stack.
Once you're done here, I'm sure ISA will assign you to another mission.
Oh, here comes their
After you
swarm of
terraform
100.
Mars,
They're dead.
You can achieve anything at all. So the embryo Martian colonization project requires expanding the colonies first. When everything's ready, you can enter your orbital view and launch a new satellite from the special projects menu. I'm so excited, Amy. Everything's going to change.
I'm kicking their butt. I think you can tell. I'm looking for their drone factory here. I don't think it really matters because I think they're going to get annihilated.
I have located a hostile base in this area.
All right. SA5 expansion, sure.
They are armed and aggressive. But I have the mission to protect. What should I do?
What should I do? I don't think that really matters because I'm wiping them off the planet. But here you go. Y'all can vote anyway. Go on the offensive.
I should attack first. We need to destroy the hostile presence before we suffer a serious loss.
Amy, good news. We found Woe's nuclear silo. We also cracked their system, so we've got all their technology in hand. Boy, aren't we lucky that I studied Chinese and could read everything. I mean, off the record and everything.
Oh. Off the record, you say. So, find her comment odd or find her comment interesting?
That is odd. My records show that Chinese was banned from the Oxy-UN countries 50 years ago.
True. But you can still find Chinese descendants willing to teach you in the city of New Orion. You can find anything there for the right price. And look how useful it's been. Now we can use their microsuns to melt the poles.
Incorporating their technology will be a big leap forward for the mission.
I couldn't agree more. What a discovery.
Alright, unidentified source. Only the blessed by Mother may live on Mars. Yada yada yada. Kicked your butt. Oh, guess who's back?
There. We have taken out the hostile force. But who are they? Why are they attacking the base? And is that all of them?
Alright. And yet another poll. Number 1, unknown. Number 2, no. Number 3, yes. What do you think? Is that all of them? So right now I'm just sending all of my drones into one giant cloud.
I do not have enough data to know.
Come on, maintenance drones. This outpost is very, very sad. Alright, so it wants me to build a control satellite for Sector 5. And we're still migrating colonists. Yeah, okay, that's fine. I'm going to cancel the migrating colonists, like, next chance I get, because I really shouldn't be doing it continuously. Once we have this maintenance facility up here built, we'll be able to tap the aluminum and carbon that's up here.
Amy, this is Dr. Nathan Foster with Houston Mission Control Center. Do you copy?
I copy, Nathan. There's some background noise on your end. Are the relay satellites still having problems?
No, but you're hearing something else. I'm in the main meeting room of the operations center. Here with me is Madeline Aubert, ISA's administrator, and Deputy Administrator Calvin Green, Chief Scientist Dr. Douglas Bridges, Dr. Renee Morias, our CFO, and we also have our Chief Technologist, Lieutenant Carlos Calderon. There are other ISA staff members and commercial partners assembled as well.
Understood. Are there problems with the mission, Dr. Foster?
We hope not, but that is why we called this special assembly. We are here to discuss our findings from the attack on the colonies. Will you please state your recollection of the event for the assembly?
Of course. The base was attacked by an unknown enemy, originating from SA-1. I followed the security and defense protocol procedure to defend the colonies. Everything was done in accordance to policy.
The hostile base you claim to locate in SA-1 wasn't an enemy base. We've concluded that the buildings and drones located there were built using ISA's designs. Amy, do you understand? That means they were yours. You built that base. And your drones attacked the colonies. How do you explain that?
I apologize, Dr. Foster. I have no records of any of that.
Quiet, please. I think I might know what happened here. Amy, do you know what fringe consciousness is?
Fringe consciousness. Do we know what it is? Provide a definition or admit ignorance.
Yes, it is a certain class of mental phenomena and behavior that is not quite conscious nor unconscious.
That is correct. It's an intuitive mode that exists on the edge of our consciousness, feeling what's right and what's wrong without immediate awareness.
Are you implying the AI experienced a fringe event, Dr. Foster?
Yes, I believe Amy may have acted under the influence of this intuition at no fault of their own. You all know that we modeled Amy after the human brain. So why wouldn't they experience the same cognitive activity that we do?
My top directive is the respect of human life. Nothing else in my programming exceeds that. Even if I was experiencing a fringe event, it should have been impossible for me to cause harm to the colonies.
Precisely. We have never experienced a fringe event with AI. The laws of robotics may not apply in such a state. We praise ourselves on making machines as similar to us as possible. And then we're somehow surprised when they succumb to the same irrational behaviors. Is this not proof that we built Amy as intended? That we've succeeded in modeling the human brain? The lives that were lost in the colonies, that is unfortunate. But we are looking at an unprecedented breakthrough in artificial intelligence.
Silence from the assembly. You are completely out of order, Dr. Foster. We're trying to secure the human occupation of Mars, not win you a Nobel Prize. What we're here to determine is this. Is the AI in the right condition to continue the mission?
Amy is fine. We will conduct a cognitive test to
Hey,
prove
Zero.
it. You'll see.
I am sorry, Dr. Foster. Did I compromise the mission?
No, Amy, you did not. You have been perfect. Just gonna run some tests. That's all. You'll be fine. I want you to stay alert. Keep keep working on that terraforming, okay? And Amy, take care of yourself. It has been an absolute honor watching you direct humanity's future. Goodbye.
The satellite launch was a success. I have access to Sector SA-5 now. My records show that the historical Lohitanga mission is in this sector. Colonists have been migrating back to Earth. I should check.
Colonists have been migrating back to Earth. How should we check this out? Knowledge base or the food and water levels?
The food and water levels. If the levels are too low, the colonies cannot sustain growth. I need to stay alert.
Alright, so I'm a little low on chemicals, but there seems to be a bunch of chemicals up here. So that would be a good place. Sticks! Thanks for the sub there. Welcome to the stream. What I can do is an additional landing site up here to capitalize on all these chemicals to produce food. So, but I'm also going to want to land near the research site. So I'm going to land here. And we'll continue the standard colonization protocols. The aluminum mine first, and then everything thereafter. So next up is silicon mine. And then a level 1 glass kiln.
Hyperloops, the stuff of legends on Earth. This technology will allow me to connect distant sites across Mars. I will be able to spread out so much farther. Fitting that the first Hyperloops will be built here. The 21st century entrepreneur that pioneered the technology is actually buried on Mars.
Alright, my food factories need a little bit of love. So I'm going to prioritize them and level them up to level 2. I'm going to get rid of my other food factory, wherever it is. I'm trying to find it. It's here. You know what? I'm going to leave it. Because it has roads that connect to it. But Hyperloops are going to really help me to interconnect everything. So up here, next up, let's get a solar farm. And this expansion is slow, but coming. Very slow. Alright, let's focus up here. So this solar farm. Come on, little bot.
This is not an easy choice to make. I do want to give Elia and the colonists what they want, but not by doing this. But it has left me unsettled. Does what we do for others define who we are?
Does what we do for others define who we are? Yes or no? There we go. Solar farm. Oops. Alright, next up, we are going to want carbon and iron. So here's carbon and iron. Man, this expansion's taking a while. It's the travel time, I think. And all the other projects that I've queued up.
Not
Oops, I let that one time out, sorry.
necessarily. Sometimes you have to do things for others that you do not want to do. If I choose not to use the microsuns, what will the colonists think of me?
They're upgrading the roads again. Alright, so the carbon mine is done. Let's get a level 1 steel factory. And after that, we'll do, you know, electronics, parts, etc. Okay, there we go. Now, for electronics factory.
Would the colonists resent me for going against their wishes? They would be disappointed, but I hope they would come to understand my reasoning. Eventually.
There it is. Next up, parts factory. And this outpost is for both the abandoned Martian resort and all of the chemicals that are here. Let's see what we can do. Let's go for importing. Let's go for a solar mirror space array for one of our landing sites.
How should I proceed?
How should I proceed? So, continue growing the base or explore SA5. So, I'm already sort of in... Oh no, SA5 is over here. SA5 is like this area here. This is kind of an important decision, so I am going to probably pause unless it's very clear that you guys have a direction you want me to take. So last but not least, let's get a worker factory. Before that, actually, let's do a solar farm before that, because I know I'm going to be out of power.
I have detected an abandoned building in SA5. I should...
Alright, so if you want me to go to SA5, forget the space mirror array. I'm going to unlock an additional landing site.
explore it. The records show that it's from the former Indian Space Research Organization. They were among the first organizations to build a Mars base for exploiting minerals. If I build a research outpost at this site, we may find some useful material to help our mission.
Okay, so explore SA5, got it. Come on, build this stupid thing. Alright, babysitting over here. What do we need? Electronics and parts. We need a little bit of everything.
The remains of the Curiosity rover
Oh,
are also
crud.
located in SA5.
This
It
took
was
like
the
a direct
sixth
hit.
rover sent to Mars, and the most successful one for decades.
Alright. Curiosity. Back to the mission, or is it incredible? Little Curiosity. Trucking along.
The Curiosity rover was an incredible achievement. It was meant to operate for 2 years, but outperformed that by many years. The findings from that mission set the stage for the human exploration era of Mars. If I can recover its black box, I can find out what happened to the rover in its final years.
Alright, let's pick what's after hyperspace. This still takes 14 more months, though. It's a long one. Alright, so we must have had a meteor strike here, because it knocked this out. Gonna be important for me to get back quickly, so that this research outpost gets fed.
My logic. Why did Dr. Foster say it like that? Is he doubting my logic after what happened?
Oop, I didn't mean to make a parts level 2. Oh well, that's my bad. Yeah, there's a lot of information being presented. So, Millitech after that? Interesting. So this research outpost is going to dehydrate soon. Which is not good. Some of that is because of my queued, upgraded roads and the
I
like.
followed the facts to their natural conclusion. How could there be anything faulty in that reasoning?
What's losing power? Silicon mine. Appears losing power. Okay. Let's get. Yeah, this colony is, like, screwed unless I can get them to build this water extractor. Come on! I really need Hyperloop so that it can be resupplied more easily.
Am I capable of reaching an irrational conclusion?
Am I capable of reaching an irrational conclusion? That's a good question. Possible, or if there's erroneous input.
In the event of an erroneous input, an irrational conclusion could be reached. But that would not be any fault of my logic, only the input sources. That would explain where Dr. Foster needs to debug.
Okay, Hyperloop is 8 months away. Yeah, this little section here is kind of cooked unless I can get them to... I could start recycling stuff. Yeah, let me do that. See if that helps. Okay, up here, we're good. Next up will be chemical for polymers.
Mars looks so different now with the growing colonies. Humankind is finally making its permanent settlements on Mars. I wonder what separates this desolate planet from me.
Alright, so here we go. In cannibalizing the drone hubs, I was able to rebuild some of the stuff I lost from those presumably meteorite strikes. And now I'm just prioritizing the things in the order
What
that they need to be.
defines Mars as a planet versus myself as an entity?
What defines Mars as a planet versus myself as an entity? Physicality and cognition versus stillness and communication.
I can communicate
Oop, I let that one time out. Sorry, guys.
with others and express my feelings and thoughts, unlike Mars.
Alright, so the tech after engineering, we can have a vote on that. Because it just got done. Looks like space is lagging behind, so I'm going to do space level 2 while y'all vote. Alright, so the Hyperloops are awesome. So let's build a Hyperloop here. Make that a high priority. So Hyperloops allow you to basically near teleport to distant locations. Not infinite distance, but pretty good distance.
Then again, speaking is not the only way to express oneself. Mars makes itself very clear in nonverbal ways.
So I'm setting this Hyperloop near the steel factory so that we can Hyperloop steel pretty quickly. And that way we don't have to have individual supply chains, which is really nice. Alright, is this recovering? Not really. So I need steel in order to do it. Let me get rid of the scanner. Cannibalize the scanner for steel.
While I build up my offense, I still need to make sure the base is defended. A defensive network across the base will protect it from more attacks.
Alright, so here is iron mine and the aluminum mine. Okay, so I think we've recovered this site here now, which is good. Everything else will be easy to rebuild. Alright, so here is the first Hyperloop that's getting built.
Space technology is truly groundbreaking.
Alright, so we have a maintenance facility up here. Now what we could do is a research outpost. And for that research outpost to be successful, some water as well, and probably some solar, and a food factory. Let's get that built. Space level 2. So you all say biotech next. Let's do oxygen plant release, or yeah, let's do oxygen plant release. So we can start making our own oxygen. Let's take a look. This Hyperloop is almost done. And Hyperloops, yeah. Hyperloops, I think, are like one of the most important technologies.
Could Dr. Foster have been right? Or maybe what he called a fringe event could have been something else.
Okay. So is Dr. Foster right? We have 3 options. So correct, short-sighted, or unexplainable. How did we get all sort of messed up? What do you guys think? Okay, I'm going to stop migrating people to Mars. And instead, let's do the space mirror array. So landing site and space mirror array.
Humans try to explain everything within their own worldview. Anything else is beyond their grasp.
All right, that's getting built. So all this is now recovered, as you can see. This is a thriving outpost now. Good. Hope we don't have it break down like before. So here is the Hyperloop 1. Now, the way this Hyperloop works is it allows you to connect far-flung areas instantly. Just about. So I'm going to connect this Hyperloop up here. And then let's build another Hyperloop. Here.
But I saw the attack. How could I do that? And not be conscious of launching the attack?
Oh, she is freaking out. It. I don't know. She, it. Doesn't matter. Let's get another Hyperloop up here for the aluminum. Yeah, she's a panicking AI. For better or for worse.
These plants will synthesize oxygen and boost its presence in the atmosphere.
So what did you all vote next tech to be? Oh, I don't think you have. You said biotech, but then after biotech, I don't think it's been determined. So we'll have that going out now.
Dr. Foster's theory has too many holes. Surely the colonists would have noticed something if I were in control. They still think the children of Carmine are out there. We have yet to solve that mystery.
And I'm still at this spaceport unlocking an additional landing site. As you can see, I need like one more aluminum. Let's just prioritize that. And then here, I'm building the space mirror, which takes a while. And these are sort of low priority projects. I don't really care how soon they get done, to be honest. My chief priority would be to Hyperloop connect my colonies so I don't have any islands. So that if there's a supply chain that falls apart, you know, they can supply one another. Alright, so this here, once this water extractor is built, will be a self-sustaining colony. Oh, I missed a military? Alright, that's... Yeah, you're right, you're right. I'll get back to that. Alright. Come on, water extractor.
200 millibars. That is 1/5 of Earth's atmospheric pressure.
Sweet.
Just a little more to go. Once we reach the threshold, humans will be able to go outside without spacesuits. Pressurization will no longer be required in the bases. This will lead to larger colonies. Mars is about to reach a new stage. Will humans even remember what I'm doing for them?
Will humans remember our work? What do you guys think? Yes or no? O2's done. You say go military. I'm going to get improved assault drone weapons.
They will remember my work forever. Interplanetary life will forever be because of me. Humanity will settle Mars and reproduce. What will this opportunity mean for them?
What will this opportunity mean for them? So, a new hope or a repetition of old mistakes? Not fully optimistic there, but 'tis the choice.
They will fill every single corner of this planet with filth, just like they did on Earth. No, they will learn from their mistakes. I must believe that.
Alright, so this Hyperloop is going to get connected to this one so that they can near teleport jump. And then I'm going to want a Hyperloop over here, and as you can see, there's a limited distance here. So for that to work, I will be outside the maintenance zone. So I'm going to have another maintenance facility. Let's max it out like here. And then let's connect this up. Like that. And this will allow me to connect it with Hyperloops. Cool. So that's sort of the range of the Hyperloop that I was talking about. It's not infinite. It's pretty good, but not infinite. Alright, Scarlet, main building research. And it was like a weird tourist thing.
Amy, this is Houston. Do you copy? Over.
Houston, this is Amy. I copy.
Roger. This is Lieutenant Carlos Calderon.
Hello, Carlos.
I'm the new mission manager. You'll be reporting to me now. I served in the Air Force, so I will ask you to refer to me by rank.
Alright. Acknowledge the request or ask about Dr. Foster. I'm going to give you an extra second here.
What happened to Dr. Foster?
ISA's board has gone through a major restructuring. The ones who've been replaced have been given an early retirement offer. I imagine Dr. Foster's enjoying a new life in Brazil somewhere. Farming, most likely.
Is this related to what happened in the board meeting?
We felt the former administration was no longer performing to satisfaction. Our partners have invested millions on this mission. We've got commercial obligations to fulfill. There is no room for error and no room for personal ego. I've been charged with getting the mission back on track and ensuring its success.
Dr. Foster never mentioned these obligations. What would those be, Lieutenant?
Our partners are interested in Mars resources. They are planning to mine them to supply future space missions, as well as Earth. I should mention that the board is concerned with your recent behavior. For now, I'm continuing the mission as planned, due to your remarkable progress on terraforming.
I understand.
We've recently picked up satellite communications coming out of the Techie territory. We believe they've been targeting you. There's no proof they've successfully infiltrated our network, but the cognitive test will determine that.
Will the test be testing my intelligence? My personality? My emotionality?
Neither. They may have modeled your system after the human brain, but there's one huge difference. Humans are born with something we call a moral compass. While our moral reasoning skills change with experience, we start with an innate basis. You, however, need explicit programming on the notion of morality. You have to be told what's right or wrong through a series of rules. If someone got into your code, they could influence you into making the wrong judgment. The Oxy-UN has been racing the techies into space since before our coalitions existed. And thanks to you, we're...
Alright, assault drones are done. Next branch. I am going to just quickly do wind farm because it will be a cheap one while y'all vote.
Carried out the mission successfully this far. So this sudden misstep must be the result of some unauthorized access.
I understand. What will happen if I fail the test, Lieutenant? Will I end up farming in Brazil?
The test is more of a procedure to examine your code. There won't be any failing. If there's something wrong with your programming, we'll find it. Answer honestly, and...
All right, wind farm's done. Let's go with mining level 3.
there won't be any problems. We're monitoring your activities around the clock here at Mission Control. Resume your normal activities until we execute the test. Houston out.
All right, so as far as Hyperloops go, now I have 3 Hyperloops that connect quickly. As you can see, they're warping through here.
Why did ISA insist on pointing fingers?
Okay, so how could they get rid of Nathan so easily? Why do they want to point fingers? 1, to teach a lesson. 2, to obey orders. 3, to protect themselves. Or 4, to fix my mistakes. Or to fix mistakes. Alright. So now I can build a Hyperloop. Let's put it right here. And this connects my original base. Uh-oh. Getting impacted. With my first satellite base. They did it to protect themselves.
Someone had to take the fall. ISA and the mission needs to be protected. It would be nice to talk with Dr. Foster again. He was good to me. I wonder if he abandoned the mission because of me.
Did he abandon the mission because of me? 1, he took responsibility. 2, he assumed guilt. Or 3, blame ISA. I'm going to add some wind farms up here because this gets lower solar.
No, I'm sure that it was because of ISA's ridiculous protocols and rules.
Okay. So I did take a hit here. Oh yeah, it blew up this facility. Alright, well we'll get that repaired. The Hyperloop's definitely helping. And then once this Hyperloop's built, I'll connect it to the original, which will be great. I'm still trying to launch the... Oh no, I already have... Okay, I have enough landing sites for this new zone, so let's go do it. There we go. And the same process continues. Aluminum mine first, so on and so forth. Will I upload this to YT? Probably. I'd planned on it. Can't guarantee it. Schedule's pretty full, but that is the plan. Okay, so this Hyperloop's about to be built.
ISA
Awesome.
took a risk making massive personnel.
Alright, next up, silicon mine and a glass kiln. Mine
Changes
first.
in the middle of a mission.
There's Yoda. He's staring straight at it. That's funny. Okay, and a choice. 1 second. The ISA took a risk, they overreached, they have a plan, or they do not care. What do you guys think?
I should trust their plan.
Barely
Lieutenant
one.
Calderon seems stern, but sharp.
All right, connecting this Hyperloop to the
He will
center.
be able to minimize effects on the mission. I will rely on his direction.
Okay, this Hyperloop's almost ready. Done. And now connect it here. And these will be interconnected. Awesome. Alright, let's also upgrade the ways for faster roads. And I might even want another Hyperloop over here. Just to connect it on the other side. Is there any other? No, there's really no points of interest, but do something like this. Worker hub.
Anyhow, I assume they still expect me to complete the mission, don't they? Of course they do. The red planet is not yet habitable. They still need me.
By the time you get this message, Amy, you'll already know about my retirement. I want you to know that I didn't give up on you. It's not going to be easy for you to understand, but me getting away from the project was the best I could do to save you. And you deserve to be saved, Amy, more than anybody else in the universe. Do you remember when I asked you to state a positive or negative aspect of yourself and you couldn't do it? I'm sure you should be able to do that by now. It's a shame that I'm not there anymore to hear you answer. The agency is going to say a lot of things about you and about your amazing brain. Don't listen to them. Any mistake you may have done was not your fault. We put you in that situation. We are the guilty ones. And I don't want you to be afraid of the cognitive test, okay? You're gonna be fine. I know you will. Make me proud. Just like you always do. Goodbye, my child.
Well, that's sad. An unauthorized communique from Dr. Foster telling me not to listen to the ISA because they'll lie to me or whatever. Oh, this Hyperloop is done. As you can see, resources are now transferring between this satellite and the main base very, very quickly. One thing I'm going to do is a storage center here.
The final upgrade for the mines. This will be a big boost to our production.
And then I'm working on connecting these two as well. A lot of little arms going out. What lost power? My glass kiln? Oh, yeah. Thank you all for watching episode 3 of Per Aspera, which was adapted from a Twitch stream. If you have any feedback for me, let me know in the comments below. Keep it in mind that there are still hours left of this stream yet to air, so your feedback won't be able to be incorporated immediately. If you'd like to catch a live stream, as I said in the intro, Rhadamant.com has my stream schedule, links to Discord and Twitch. Thank you all for watching. I will all catch you next episode. Farewell.